Hello everybody. So I wanted to share a layout that I did, and this is a Creative Scrappers blog. They have a whole bunch of different sketches, and I love using their sketches. And I will put a link down below so you can go check it out. This was sketch number 294, and I am going to go ahead and use my scraptastic, what is this? It must be the May kit, the Cake by the Ocean. And I just got it, so this is going to be the first layout that I'm going to do with it. And so I picked out that pink paper as my very background paper. Or I'm sorry, it's not my background. I'm just using white for my background, but my back layer is going to be a Scraptastic exclusive, and it's called Up, Up, and Away, and it's got these little white kind of squiggly dots, and I thought it was really, really cute for the background. And then I'm going to use the very colorful paper. It almost looks like washi strips, and that is by Pink Paisley, and it is the, sorry, I'm looking at the branding strips. Oh, what is that called? And I am not seeing what it's called on here. It's by Paige Evans, and it has number 5 on it. I'm not seeing any other information on that. Anyways, it's by Pink Paisley, and so I just went ahead and cut out the centers of those where the other white background is going to be like the other matting that I'm using. I wanted there to be a lot of white on this page, and so I used my white paper that I had gotten from Walmart, and it's just their cheap, I think it's called Color Box, and then I went ahead and cut another piece that I put on top. So I did cut out a little square from each of those papers so that I could save that because I didn't get the extra papers this month, and so of course I want to try to save as much of that pattern paper as possible. So in the sketch there's a large circle behind the photo, and I decided to go ahead and use the other side of that pink Scraptastic paper and use the clouds. And so I went ahead and cut that out. I used a lid to a coffee can so that I could get the size circle that I wanted. I do have a silhouette, but I was just too lazy to set it all up, and I just thought that would be really easy. So there's more circles in this sketch, and instead of using the circles, I decided to go ahead and cut apart some of the other pattern paper that had come in the kit, and that is also by Pink Paisley, and it's number 7. Gosh, I wish I could see what kit or what this is from. They just have numbers, and they say Pink Paisley by Paige Evans. So I went ahead and cut out some of those watercolored flowers, and I'm going to put those in place of the circles. And then I'm just going to go ahead and glue them all down. This is a photo of my daughter on her, a week before her 8th birthday. Her actual birthday was only 2 days ago, and this was the day that we celebrated. We went and had a party the weekend before, rather than trying to do a party on Memorial Day weekend, where I figured a lot more kids probably would not be able to show up to her party. So I wanted, this layout turns out totally different than what I was picturing. I wanted to be able to put on there like what her likes and dislikes are. And so I am going to alter the sketch just a little bit in order to get that information down on the layout. And I'll show that at the very end. I kind of put my own little spin on it where I hide the journaling. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want to place those flowers. They're really, really pretty, and I just love them, and the leaves are just nice and bright. And I still have some left over that I'm going to go ahead and save for another layout because I love how that turned out so much. And I'm just going to keep placing everything. Do I? Yes, I do. Okay, I was just making sure that I had the circle already taped down because it was kind of moving. I have to adjust quite a few things on here. I know that I'm going to adjust that darker leaf right there above my fingers just because I didn't like how it ran along the circle. I wanted it to kind of poke out just a little bit more. So here I'm going to be doing that in just a second. I'm just kind of putting the leaves in wherever I want to fit them just so that they kind of overlap the other layers. And I like the way they look. And here's some of the wood veneer that came in the kit. They're little birds, and I just thought they were so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and place those around with some of the ephemera that I had picked out. Those ephemera pieces are from the kit. They came in this month's kit, and they are pink paisley fancy free. And so I'm going to go ahead and use the tag, and that says "You are my everything." I'm going to use that little scalloped rectangle, and it says "Just be you." The little dark banner, it's kind of looks almost like a dark green, like a super dark green, almost black. And it says "Celebrate today." And the little banner that I put under the bird on the left-hand side, it says "I like your smile." And then here's where I'm adjusting that leaf just so that it would kind of stick out just a little bit more. And I ended up ripping that flower, but that's okay. It's hidden, so I'm just going to glue that leaf back down. But on the bird that's in the upper left-hand corner, it's kind of just floating. And I know birds can float or fly, and it looks like it's in flight. But I did end up sticking a little banner from that ephemera pack, and it just says "Today." And I'm going to put that underneath. So as I'm gluing everything down, this is where I'm going to kind of decide. It looks a little plain up there because the other birds have something with it. I wanted to make sure that that one did too. So this layout does end up being pretty busy, but I really love the way that it turned out. And I'm really glad that I picked the white behind the circle, that big white square. I think that it just kind of made it kind of a place to rest on. So I'm going to go ahead and use the thickers, and those are called Fancy, and they're the American Crafts, and they're glitter foam. One side is silver, and one side is this really pretty like turquoisey kind of color. And so I'm going to use the turquoise because I just thought it matched really well. And it does have words on it, and I believe, are they the same words on both sides? They are different words on both sides. So I chose the here and now because that's where I decided I wanted to use Bailey's information. And so I filled out a little piece of paper, and I put name, age, a whole bunch of different questions like favorite color, best friend, stuff like that. And I had Bailey fill it out in her own handwriting. And I'm creating this little tag that I'm going to go ahead and hide behind the layout. So I made the little envelope by just using a square piece of paper, and then I put tape around it, making sure not to tape one edge where I plan on sliding the information in and out. And to make sure that you can see where the information is going, I'm punching a hole in the top, and then I'm going to go ahead and decide where I want that. And I wanted to make sure and kind of make it cute, so I taped it to that polka dot paper, and that is by Pink Paisley number 4. And so that way when it gets pulled out, it looks really cute. And so I decided to go ahead and add a little bit of that pink paper underneath. It's kind of a little banner, just to kind of separate all that white from the white circle and the white piece of paper that she had written her journaling on. And then I'm going to tape down the little pocket behind, and then it's kind of a tight fit, but I don't want it to slip out, so I can get it in and out with just a little bit of work, and that's the way that I like it. So I wanted to make sure that the top was not taped, because that would have not worked had I, put tape there. So, and that's going to be it. So I really like the way that this layout turned out, even though it doesn't look exactly like the sketch. I got a lot of my inspiration from that sketch, and I really love the way it turned out. So thanks all for watching. Bye.